This is Mirabella's Kitchen, and today I'm making red velvet fudge. If you'd like to cook with me, please check the description below for a list of the ingredients and a shout out to my patrons. I saw this recipe online and just had to try it, and I wanted to share it with everyone right before Christmas. Source linked below. I start by taking 1.5 cups of milk chocolate chips and putting them into a microwave safe bowl, as well as 1.5 cups of white chocolate chips into a separate bowl. Next, I take a 1/4 cup of vanilla frosting, and I do a 1/4 cup for each, so a 1/2 cup total, and mix it in with the chocolate chips. To the milk chocolate one, I'm adding red food coloring, and I'm gonna add a little bit at a time. This is to make it red velvet. And then I mix the frosting into both of the chocolate chip bowls. I have a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, warming over low heat, stirring often until there's some bubbles at the top, but the goal is to try to avoid burning it. After it's warmed, I add a teaspoon of vanilla extract and a 1/4 teaspoon of coarse kosher salt and mix it together. And then I add half of the sweetened condensed milk into the milk chocolate chips and half into the white chocolate chips. Because it's warm, it's gonna start to melt the chocolate chips down. So I stir them and try to get them smooth. I put the chips into the microwave for 30 seconds at a time until they are smooth. For the milk chocolate chips, I'm adding red food coloring until I get a pinky brown color. And then for the white chocolate chips, I found I could not get the white chocolate chips to truly melt down. Another option is to melt them in a saucepan over a double boiler. I put this in the microwave like 4 or 5 times, and I just kept having just little bits of chips left. I take an 8x8 baking dish. I have parchment paper lined in it, and I'm going back and forth between a spoonful of red velvet and a spoonful of the vanilla and making a checkered pattern. Then I take a knife and I create a swirl pattern by just mixing everything into circles. This is going to go into the fridge to cool for at minimum 2 hours, but can be overnight. I took this out a few hours later, and some of mine stuck to the side of my dish, so you can always just make sure the parchment paper kind of covers the corners and sides a bit better. Once I take it out, I cut it into 25 pieces, so I cut 5 by 5. It had a really beautiful color and pattern, and it tasted really good. And I found it very easy. So thank you for joining me today. I make new videos on cooking every Thursday. Please support me on Patreon and on Facebook at Mirabella's Kitchen.